If you think landing a passenger jet on a runway is tough, try landing a fighter jet on a runway that's only 4 football fields long, that moves, rocks, rolls, and occasionally disappears beneath the waves. Now take that scenario and remove visibility, add hurricane-class winds, and make the pilot's life depend on a single steel cable. This is military aviation's deadliest challenge. Aircraft carrier landings. Control crash. Carrier landings are not landings. They are controlled crashes. A fighter approaches a deck at 240 kilometers per hour, but instead of flaring to slow down, the pilot slams the aircraft nose high onto the deck, full throttle. Why full throttle? Because if the tail hook misses every arresting wire, the jet must instantly take off again or plunge into the sea. The pilot is trusting a 9-kilogram metal hook to grab one of just 4 arresting wires, each no thicker than your thumb, to stop a 20-ton jet from 140 knots to zero in just 2 seconds. Their spine feels it. Their heart definitely feels it. The deck from hell. The flight deck is aviation's most dangerous workspace. It's noisy. It's chaotic. It's deadly. A single wrong step can end with a person being sucked into an engine, blown overboard, crushed by a wing, or cooked by afterburners. And they work just 10 meters from jets landing at violent impact forces. But the weather is a real enemy. Waves slam into the hull. The deck pitches like a roller coaster. You're aiming for a runway that tilts under your aircraft. Pilots joke. Landing at night? You're just trying to crash in the right spot. Night carrier landings are considered harder than combat dogfighting. The floating airbase that shouldn't exist. The U.S. Navy operates the world's largest aircraft carriers, nuclear-powered floating airbases with more steel surface area than some skyscrapers. But even these massive decks feel like a postage stamp to pilots diving from a black sky. And that is when everything goes right. The impossible stubble trick. Then there's the aircraft made to land where runways don't even exist. The Harrier jump jet. It hovers. It stops in midair. It lands vertically. Sounds easy. Not even close. The Harrier is notorious for being unstable. The pilot has no visual reference under the jet, only smoke, noise, and heat shimmer. One twitch too much, one gust of wind, and the aircraft can tip over like a falling refrigerator. Even today, Harrier pilots say, a hover landing is the hardest thing I've ever done. The F-35 and the magic helmet. Then came the F-35B, the Harrier's successor. Instead of pure pilot strength, computers now stabilize a hover. The engine nozzle swivels down. Lift fan opens in the nose. Thrust balanced by thousands of calculations every second. The pilot? Gentle inputs. Trust the software. Drop onto the deck almost like a spacecraft returning home. Even then, wind gusts or a hot deck can flip a $100 million jet. Vertical landings are still one of aviation's highest risk maneuvers. The ski jump and the Russian technique. Russia and India operate a very different type of carrier, one without catapults. They use a ski jump ramp to fling fighters into the sky. But landing? Still terrifying. The Su-33, a huge fighter designed for land runways, must hit the deck perfectly or destroy its landing gear. The carrier, Admiral Kuznetsov, nicknamed the Smoking Cruiser because it coughs black exhaust everywhere it goes, has earned another label. The hardest carrier to land on. Rough weather, short deck, equipment failures. Pilots rely on instinct as much as instruments. The British make it even harder. The Royal Navy's HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Prince of Wales do things differently. They land with forward motion, not vertical. It's called SRVL, shipborne rolling vertical landing. The jet touches down with slight momentum. A tiny runway, no arresting wires, and still must stop before falling off the deck's edge. The benefit? They can land heavier, still packed with fuel and weapons. The risk? A single wrong angle, and there's no second chance. Helicopters are not safe either. People assume helicopters are easier. They hover, right? A helicopter landing on a destroyer deck in the open ocean is one of the most violent operations in aviation. The ship rolls under the aircraft. The helicopter rises and drops unpredictably with rotor downwash. To make the landing possible, Many ships use a deck capture system. A probe extends from the helicopter, connects to a steel grid on the deck, then yanks the aircraft down and locks it in place. It looks like a machine wrestling a helicopter, because that's exactly what's happening. The carrier that moves like lightning. Here's something most people never notice. Carriers speed up and turn sharply before recovery operations. Why? To generate wind over the deck. The more wind, the slower the aircraft's landing speed, the better chance of survival. But imagine this. You're trying to land, and the runway is actively running away from you. The landing signal officer, the guardian angel. Pilots aren't alone. A landing signal officer stands at the deck's edge, guiding the aircraft. Power, power, hold IT, come left, cut. Every call is crucial. Every pilot's life is partly in their hands. If a landing looks wrong, they shout, wave off, and the pilot must instantly climb away. No hesitation, no debating. The ocean doesn't forgive. When it goes wrong, one broken wire, one fraction too high descent, one missed hook, accidents happen. Jets can fall short behind the ship, skid off the angled deck into the sea, crash into parked aircraft, flip during vertical landings, catch fire in seconds. On a carrier, disaster spreads fast. Everyone on board trains every day to prevent one mistake from killing dozens. This is why carrier aviation produces some of the most elite pilots in history. They earn wings of gold the hard way, the ultimate test of courage. The hardest landing in the world? Night, bad weather, no horizon, just darkness and trust. Pilots describe the experience like flying into a black hole and hoping a wire catches you. Every carrier aviator will tell you it's the scariest moment of their career. Conclusion, why they do it. Aircraft carriers bring air power where runways don't exist. They go anywhere, anytime, projecting power across oceans. They are symbols of national resolve and of human courage. Every safe landing is a victory, a triumph over the sea, the wind, the night, the impossible. So when you see those rare clips of jets smashing down onto a small metal deck in the middle of the ocean, remember, what looks like chaos is actually precision, bravery, and mastery of the skies. Because on a carrier, landing is a real mission. Flying is the easy part. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.